Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this podcast we are going to look into ammonium muriaticum according to Kent lectures. So let's get started. According to Kent, it is a long acting remedy and the patient frequently feels a boiling complaint throughout the body as if in the blood vessel. So there is a throbbing sensation throughout the body and in the different parts of the body as if felt through the blood vessel. So that's very important point, and they are very much sensitive to cold, and there is much sneezing, watery discharge which is burning, yet there is stoppage of nose, and there is coryza with burning in the larynx. So basically they are very much sensitive to cold, and there is also all sort of ENT problems like that of ears, nose and throat complaints, and they are very much prone to have that. And coming to the constitution, it is suitable to the persons who have a large belly but who have lean legs. It's something the personality is generally compared to that of a lemon on two sticks, like that. It's a bulge in the truncal region but the legs are very thin as if they are appearing like sticks. So that is a very important point to be remembered about ammonium mure constitution. And there is also swelling of submaxillary and parotid glands with stitching pains, and there is burning and excoriation of the lips, mouth and lips. So there is almost all similar symptoms of ammonium carp found in the ammonium muriaticum. Also that there is cholera like symptoms. There are cholera like symptoms before or during the menses, and the menses are too early and profuse. And also there is diarrhea and vomiting, which is like cholera like symptoms also seen in ammonium carb. And these complaints are very much aptly seen in pale sick women. So it's women remedy most suitable to the women who are suffering with regular menstrual complaints, along with attended gastric complaints, one or the other sort of gastric complaints, but majority of it being cholera like symptoms. So that's a very important. And the catarrh is already known. It's like burning and excoriating catarrh. Ammonium mure is suitable to that. And a very strange peculiar thing is the modalities which I found in that of boric are not actually found in Kent. In boric, as if you remember in the previous podcast when we discussed, I mentioned that the complaints are aggravated according to their anatomical position or so, like that of the head and neck are worse in the morning, or the respiratory complaints, and that of the digestive complaints or gastric complaints are worse in the afternoon, and the leg complaints or the rheumatic complaints are worse in the night. So this is the peculiar symptom that actually boric mentioned, but I found it nowhere in Kent. So that's the thing made me skeptical, that symptoms are actually the according to the author. The authentic symptoms differ from author to author, and the symptoms or the symptomatology will actually reflect the things they were looking for. If you come to the Kent aspect, it's more of physiology and pathophysiology of how a remedy actually acts. That's what he was more concerned with, and that's what he extracted very much. But if you think of boric, it's more about clinical application of a remedy, in what clinical conditions you can think of applying a given remedy. So that is the way we need to use the materia medica, so that we can understand. And in future podcast I'll be uploading the things I have discovered, that what actually each and every materia medica will be telling about the author, and which materia medica to be referred in what sort of cases. So yeah, let's get back. And again, there is violent backache. As I already said, rheumatic complaints are also very much seen, and which is worse at night. So that is very important. If rheumatic complaints are worse in the night and the digestive complaints are worse in the afternoon, whatever it may be, flatulence, colic, diarrhea, indigestion, heartburn, anything you can think of ammonium mure, if they are worse in the afternoon, along with the rheumatic complaints which are worse during the night. And there is coldness between the shoulder. That is a very common symptom found in many of the remedies remedies, but I couldn't understand the physiology behind this symptom especially. But when I was referring to Nash, the Leaders in Therapeutics by E.B. Nash is one of the greatest physician, and I'm seriously thinking to include even his lectures or his this book extract in the form of podcast. Hope that happens soon. So yeah, this physician has mentioned that this icy coldness of shoulder in between the shoulders is a respiratory complaint, is due to the involvement of the respiratory tract essentially. So when a person complains of icy coldness between the shoulder, we have to think of these specific remedies like ammonium carb, mure, etc. So that symptom emphasizes the affinity of the given remedy in such complaints. And there is also cold feet at night in bed. So the pain in the foot is a clinical application I found widely of this remedy. I find people using ammonium mure very less, because though being a long acting remedy, it's not well proven. That is also evident in the Kent's last lines regarding this remedy, which I'll be discussing now. Okay, according to Kent, if the reader will take up the provings and study them carefully, he should be able to use this remedy in direction pointed out, and most likely would see uses not mentioned. So this makes us to understand it's clearly indicated that this is not well proven remedy. So I have seen this just being used for the pain in the heels, and especially in night, and also who are coexistently suffering with that of respiratory ailments. So ammonium mure is your remedy. So yeah, that's all for this podcast. I have tried to condense as much as important information I found from the Kent lectures, because it's being a longer video, so I'm trying to put them below 7 minutes most of the time, so that we can have because I've seen many people telling me that the podcasts are good but they are being a bit lengthy. I'm trying to working on that. So yeah, hope this podcast was helpful, and thanks a lot for listening to this podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for such regular updates regarding different remedies from different materia medicas. And thanks a lot for listening to this podcast. Have a fantastic day. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this podcast. If you like this channel, I'm sure you'll be liking my another channel as well, Live Life Lively, wherein I'll be sharing simple tips about health, mind and lifestyle. Thanks for listening to this podcast, and I'm really sure that you'll be liking my another channel as well. Till then, don't forget to live your life lively. Bye.